Now we're good.
Okay.
Tomato.
Potato.
Okay.
Don't ask.
I'm not gonna. Again, questions I don't want answered.
Yeah.
Okay, Karen.
Hey.
So we are setting you up because I know you had a design picked. We were going to have you do my nails for something a little different, but I'm hijacking this because
You're making
I
me
did
nervous.
this. I did this to Melissa too.
Okay.
I actually we came out with a colored acrylic that you don't know about.
Ooh.
Yes. So
Okay.
typically you would have it way before this, and you would have tested it and doing all that, and I just wanted it to be a surprise.
Yes. Sneaky. I like this. I like it. Okay.
It's going to throw maybe a curveball into whatever you were planning, but we want you to use this, which is called Pink Opal.
Ooh. Okay.
So we want to
Pink
see what you
Opal.
think.
Oh, is that pretty? No wonder you're holding out.
Mhm.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's like is it sheer? Is it?
Try it out.
Okay.
Try it
All
out.
right, let's see.
It's got a little shim in
I
it.
suppose I should get it. Okay, so tell me again, what is it called?
This is called Pink Opal.
Pink
So we're
Opal,
launching
okay.
a gel called Honey Opal,
Okay.
which I surprised Melissa with yesterday. And you probably actually should see that color too. And then this is Pink Opal.
Okay, so that's an opaque. Okay.
Yeah.
A little bit of goldish, peachy shimmer. That is beautiful.
Oh, thank God. It would have been a really bad video. I
No,
told Melissa,
that's
what
all
if you were just like, I don't like it. This is awful. What were
We
you
need
thinking?
to start over. Start over again. No, that's gorgeous. It does. It has that cover, kind of a pink tint to it. A little more on the warmer side, but then kind of that gold peachy kind of shimmer to it. I love that. All right, so my brain is working in many different ways.
Okay, we're putting you on the spot.
Okay.
You already got my
I
nail
got
naked.
you now prepped. So what are we gonna do?
Yes.
So I guess my first thought is ombre, because I love
Ooh.
the cover colors with an ombre, and I think with that peachy shimmery, is it glitter? Is it pigment? Is it?
It's like a mica.
Okay, it's like you can't quite tell, but yeah, I think with ombre, I think that would be really pretty.
Oh, I can't wait to see it because
No.
I actually have not ombre'd it. So
Okay, well, let's give it a
It's
try.
gonna
Let's
work
see
out.
what happens. Okay, so the question is, do we want to go with a brighter white or a softer white? And I think maybe because it's a little bit brighter here, maybe we go with the brighter white.
Ooh.
And what do you think? Any
I have no
preference?
opinions.
Okay, well, let's do that then. Let's go with we'll go with the bright white.
I will complain and tell you I want to be opposite though. Once you're done.
Okay.
Once you're done, I'll be that client. Actually, I really did want the soft white.
You gotta love those colors. All right, so I've already gone through and prepped her
Yep.
nail, so we are good to go there. Just give her a quick swipe. All right, so 2 coats of protein bond. And do we want to go a little longer? How are we
So
feeling
that was
today?
Melissa's nails from yesterday with the
Okay,
honey
okay,
opal.
okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's pretty. Okay.
So I don't care. You go for it.
Well, dang,
Whatever.
I feel like I should match the set, but
Well, I'm not matching. I'm never matching. That's not gonna happen.
all right. So let's get her form on.
I have to look away when we do this. Hey,
It's so hard having somebody else do your nails. I'm gonna see what's going on.
Melissa and I were both talking about that, like worst client
Yep.
ever.
I'm just trying to think the last time I actually had somebody else do my nails, and it's probably been like one of the shows. That's
Oh, wow.
I've had
Yeah,
somebody else.
it's-
Yeah.
Been a long time then.
All right, just in case, I'm gonna get a couple other things. So when I'm doing my ombres, I'm definitely gonna use my Speed Clear to encase it. But sometimes for blending, I like to use the Core White or the Natural. So we'll just
Oh,
have
nice.
those on hand,
Okay.
just in case.
Ombres, they can be tricky.
They can be. They
tricky.
can
So
be.
any hints
Yes.
is very welcome.
All right, so we're gonna try to stick about to that same length-ish. Gonna pinch that form just a little bit more, shorten it up just a little bit. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I haven't done an ombre in quite some time, but we're gonna have some fun today.
You're just going for
I'm
it.
gonna go for it.
So I'm gonna do bright white. I'm gonna do an ombre
what the heck?
with a new acrylic I have no idea about. Why not?
Throw it all together. Throw it all
This
together.
is life. It really is.
It is. Yeah, I mean, you guys, when you have a client come in, especially a new client, A lot of times they bring in pictures. It may be a picture from somebody else's social media, and you're like, I have no idea what they used on there. We're just gonna wing it. It'll be fine. It'll be all good.
Love it.
So on my free edge here, I just picked up a smaller pearl and drained out the extra liquid. So I'm working more in clay form, so my product isn't running all over the place. It's kind of going right where I want it. I'm able to control it a little bit better on that form, and just kind of pressing that out and just building out just an extension. So I'm not trying to be concerned about building structure or anything just yet, just kind of building out that platform. And we'll try to keep it, again, similar shape and style. I'm probably gonna, taper it in a little bit more, but it probably looks a little more coffin-y at this point, but I will do some filing and get that a little bit more to that almond kind of a shape. Okay, so here's where kind of that ombre technique starts to come in. So I'm going to pick up another pearl of my white. This one I'm not going to drain out the liquid. This one I'm going to leave a little bit more on the wetter side. I'm going to angle her finger down so it starts to flow a little bit more onto her free edge. I'm just going to start to kind of blend that out a little bit. And then I'm going to turn my brush back around, blend out, so it just kind of fades into her natural nail. We don't want to leave that stark, sharp line because our pink is not going to blend well into that. So you want to kind of blend that out a little bit. If you feel like you need to blend it a little bit more, you can again pick up just kind of small pearls. Again, leaving that liquid in there, don't drain it out. And this is really just the start of your ombre. And I know on camera that little edge looks like a big molehill, mountain, molehill, hole, I don't know. It's not going to be noticeable.
I've seen those. The cuticle area too, when
Yep.
you're like, oh my gosh, it looks like the Grand Canyon. It's not.
You guys, things on camera look way different than they do in real life. Okay. I love getting new products, especially kind of like a surprise like this, because it's always fun to just try something new. And
It kind of gets you excited again, about your work. I don't know.
well, and that's why, like, anytime I ever felt like I was struggling or losing ambition to do nails, I would go to a class. I would learn something new, learn a new technique, try a new product, because it would get me excited again. It would get me ramped up to actually do nails again. So if you're
Burnout's
feeling,
real.
yeah, it really is.
Even with a job that you love,
Yeah.
you can hit burnout. Oh
Yeah.
my God. I forget how pretty it was. Look at that colors.
That is gorgeous, and it's blending beautifully. Sometimes you
Gold.
never know with, colors. Are they going to blend well together? Are they going to combine? But yeah, this is just really, really coming together nicely.
And so
white.
you're kind of working it a little wet again now, and just kind of blending the two,
Yep.
and not trying to build up a huge arch or anything.
Exactly.
If I'm seeing it right.
Yeah, so I started out with that pearl right at my cuticle. I dropped that down and just kind of let it flow, so it's going to start to blend. And again, keeping it a little on the wetter side, keeping it wetter at your cuticle area is going to help to bond it really well to that natural nail, but then it's also going to help it to flow a little bit better so that it's just going to blend right into that white. And honestly, I think because of that mica in there, it's really just flowing well. It's blending in. I don't really see like a stark line. So
Reminds me of makeup, like a highlighter.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
It's hard because it's so pretty. I just want to keep adding. But you don't need to, you guys. You don't need to. This is where I get into trouble. It's like, I just want a little bit more, a little bit more. No, just leave it alone. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to kind of take a look at my ombre and see how it's looking. I may add just a little bit of the natural, just to kind of soften it right at that blend. Just a tiny little bit. It's not white, it's not anything that's going to cover up the colors. It's just going to help to blend it just a little bit.
Oh wow, that's a great tip.
Sneaky little trick. I think I learned that from Greg, but don't tell him.
Yeah. So it just kind of milkies it.
Yeah,
right
just
there.
kind of melts it all together. Okay, so now what I want to make sure to do. Now, here's my question for you. Would I need to cap the glitter or the mica in there, or is it going to file off?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, okay. So I don't need to necessarily cap that back part, but I do need to make sure. I cover my powder so I remember what's what. So I do need to make sure that I cap where it's blended. So when I pick up my clear, I do drain it out just a little bit because I want a little bit of control, but I don't want it too set. I don't want it in that clay form like I did on the free edge, but just enough so it's not flowing too much. And I drop that down, blend it back up into my arch, and then I'm going to blend forward just to cap the whole rest of that nail. So again, this is going to build up your structure. It's going to cap that blend so you don't file anything out. And it's basically going to seal the design in. So I'm not applying too thick, just enough so that I don't file out my design. And again, I'm capping a little bit back just because I feel the need to. You probably don't have to. But you do want to make sure that you're capping that blend so you don't change anything. And that's the same thing when you're working with any kind of colored acrylics. You want to cap that design so that you don't file out your design. So, and that you don't build the whole nail in a colored acrylic. So. All right, we'll let this set up. We'll give it a file and see what it looks like as we finish it.
Love it. So you finished it. It's top coated. It's beautiful. I love it.
That is so pretty.
I love the shape. Like that. Dang. Good.
You got good nails though. Good nail beds too.
What can I say?
Right.
At least there's something right with me.
But no, now that you say shiny versus matte, I'm like, I wonder what that would look like with matte.
So I afford this acrylic matte.
Okay.
And not matte top coat. I just buffed it out matte.
Okay. Oh, and it doesn't like dull the shine or anything like that?
I almost felt like it stood out. I don't know. Try it.
See, I almost want to redo it now.
No,
just give it a quick buff.
Beautiful.
Well, I mean, we could give it just a quick buff. And just
okay.
Okay.
Gorgeous. Real quick though, I do want to discuss pricing because people like to know. With ombres, okay?
Yes.
Do you charge extra?
Absolutely. 100%, because you saw the steps that it took to get that full ombre, to get that blend perfectly.
Right.
That's going to take you, it's going to take you more product, it's going to take you more steps, and it's going to take you a lot more time. So it's not just your standard quickie service. This is definitely something that at a bare minimum, I would charge at least $20 on top of your full set. At least.
Awesome.
Okay.
I'm agreeing. Agreeing. You guys heard her do that. Love it. It's beautiful. Thank you, Karen.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you for letting me have fun on the surprise. Okay. That's great. I love it.
Subscribe to the channel now. Subscribe to the channel now. Subscribe to the channel now. Subscribe to the channel